Hello, Void. Okay, take two. So, I was originally trying to record this review and got about 5 minutes into it, almost getting ready to think about wrapping things up. But then I had to step away from the camera for a second, so I tried to use the pause feature on my recording. Immediately got an error message and everything shut down. So, let's try this again from the top and let's see if I can pretend to remember everything I was saying. Now, I recently, in my move, have been trying to slim down some things, as I may have mentioned, and upgrading them to Blu-ray along the way. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street was a quick one that I was doing on that, and I may have mentioned that in a previous review, since that was a nice way to turn a nice 7 discs down into a very slimmer Blu-ray collection. And another one that while I was purchasing that one, another thing I came across was, well, this collection. Now, I'd only had a couple of the Child's Play movies. I only had Bride of Chucky and Curse of Chucky. Now, while I've seen most of them, I'd never been able to actually get my hands on a decent collection, largely because of some annoying rights issues. Out in the wild, I'd never come across the original Child's Play. Every once in a while, I'd come across Child's Play 2, 3, and Bride of Chucky in a collection, or maybe even 2 through Seed of Chucky, but I never had the first one. That was just because it was the rights nightmare, and the original Child's Play was owned by, I believe, MGM, and I think it was one of the later ones they also had their hands in. And the rest of them were, I believe, Universal. So, problems in rights made it very difficult to find a decent all collection. But apparently they sorted something out because here we have the Chucky collection. And I dislike the name of the collection, I'll be honest. To me, the series is Child's Play, not Chucky. I mean, I will admit, like, only the first 3 in this one are actually called Child's Play, and after that it's blank of Chucky. But, well, it's still Child's Play to me. I mean, the remake still is Child's Play, even though that's less Brad Dourif serial killer and more Simpsons Treehouse of Horror killer Krusty Doll horror. But I know I think the series is also going by Child's Play. I could be wrong, it could just be calling itself Chucky, but I'm pretty sure, at least I hope it is. I think Child's Play is just a better title. That's just me. Little bit of a nitpick. But I was finally able to rewatch the original Child's Play. And it had been years since I've seen this. I have not seen this movie in over a decade. It's been a long time. So, I was happy to rewatch it. And I'm glad to say it does still hold up pretty well. Brad Dourif, he is Chucky. That voice of his works perfect, and when he starts laughing, chef kiss. I love Brad Dourif's work in pretty much all the series. He's always giving it his all, and he's having a lot of fun, and it comes across in the character. Now, so Child's Play, the original. I should actually get around to start talking about the movie itself now that I've covered all the backgrounds. And I think that's everything I was talking about up until in my last version. That's the problem with doing these right off the cuff and not taking notes. Hello, cat. Anyway, so I guess we also have a special guest this time. Wave to the camera. Okay, so plot of Child's Play. Well, serial killer and strangler Charles Lee Ray gets gunned down in a toy shop and used it in, since he just had an obsession with immortality and they had a voodoo advisor, he uses voodoo magic to transfer his soul into that of a doll. Meanwhile, elsewhere, then young Andy it's his birthday and he loves The Good Guys. The Good Guys series, the cartoon, the toys, he's all about it. And as it's his birthday, he's hoping to get a Good Guy doll. Well, this toy is crazy expensive. So and it seems like times are hard for him and his mother, so couldn't quite afford it. So it's like $100 doll. I mean, given what the toy could do for the 80s, with the talking and the moving, yeah, I'd say that's definitely going to be a little on the pricier end. But she happens to come across a bum in the alley who happens to have a doll that he's hawking. Well, turns out he got it at a burned out toy store, the same one that Charles Lee Ray may have been shot in, but he doesn't really mention that right now. Anyway, so, and then she takes the doll home, and Chucky, and he meets Chucky, and Chucky wants to be his friend till the end. And then, well, as bodies start piling up, and the kid insisting that Chucky did it, or Chucky said it, people start not really believing him, but as weird coincidences start piling up, as well as a detective who's investigating the tape, noticing several oddities after Andy's mother points them out to him, particularly as the death of Chucky's former partner, Eddie Caputo, gets, well, taken out in a strange case. Is the doll alive? Well, we all know. They don't even hide it. Yeah, the doll's alive and killing people. I guess in some early versions of the script, like, it wanted to be more ambiguous of whether it was the kid killing people and blaming it on the doll, or the doll doing it. And then another version had it as like the doll was coming to life through the child's repressed anger. But instead we went with the serial killer route. Anyway. So, and then it's pretty much trying to find a way to kill the unkillable doll. Well, the doll Chucky has found out that he has to transfer his soul into another human before his doll body becomes completely human. And to do so, he has to transfer himself into the body of the person he first revealed his secret to, young Andy. And then comes the cat and mouse with the killer doll. Overall, I really liked it. If I'm going to be nitpicky, I will say I wish they would have teased Andy and Chucky's falling out a little bit more. Like, he pretty quick starts jumping on the fact that Chucky is bad. I would have liked it if he didn't realize what was going on and they dragged it out a little bit. It feels like there was some room to breathe that they didn't take the opportunity for there. I'm trying to think of what else I need to say on Child's Play. It's 1988, if I did not mention that, and Chris Sarandon. It's weird to see him in a more heroic light. If you don't know Chris Sarandon, and not everyone would off the top of their head, Fright Night, he's Jerry the Vampire. Otherwise, he also is Prince Humperdinck in Princess Bride, so it's cool to see him in more of a heroic role. Gore effects are great. The animatronics work very well. They do a good job making it seem like the doll is actually alive and moving. And Brad Dourif really brings the whole thing to life. So Child's Play, very well put together. Decent little pint-sized slasher film. I've been giving out a lot of high ratings. Child's Play's never been on the highest end, but I do love watching Brad Dourif work. So 7 MacGuffins is about where I'd put this one as. It's not one of the great slashers, but it's a lot of fun. Mostly for Chucky's antics. Alright. All on this one. Still a few in the backlog. Working my way through. Of course, to make matters worse for myself, I just watched another movie today, so here we go. See you in a few.